Do 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 do. Setting up my stream. Do 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 do. All right, no drop frames yet. Okay. Loading everything, waiting for it. Waiting. That's my phone letting me know we're live. Ooh, I should turn locomotion back on. Because that lets me go on the floor, sit on the floor, stand on the floor, stand on the floor. It's really odd. Avatar locomotion. And then we should probably find out where the locomotion strength is. No? Not in here apparently. Okay. But I believe if we lean really far this way... Ah, there we go, we steppied. That's interesting. Maybe I need to turn down the movement range. It's kind of annoying actually, that little bitty hop. That little bitty hop. It's just like, hop. But that little bitty hop, does it show up in here? It does show up in here. And lean way forward? Yes. And lean way back? Also yes. So fun thing about that is it lets me stand with my feet on the ground instead of floating about. And I think it might be time to pop another cough drop here too. All right, what do we got? First. I do not have Discord running. Okay, good. Didn't want a whole bunch of... Actually, y'all wouldn't get the messages anyways because I have desktop audio disabled. We are getting our lovely music directly from application capture across the screen there. Okay. I should retitle the stream as Chill Streaming Stream. Chill Dev Stream. Because we need all the chill we can get. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh. You know, I haven't played with these yet because some of these options, I don't think they exist in... Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think they exist in previous versions of Unity. This one's kind of cool. You see all my lovely polygonals. Unlit. Lit? Oh, shaded. Snapping to grid. Oh, thank you. Tool handle rotation set to that. Toggle visibility of the grid. And snapping to the grid. Do we get those over here? Because that'd be handy. We do have snapping to the grid. Why have I not been using it? Man. I'm assuming that'll give us. I'm assuming that'll give us just wonderful numbers. Here, let's see. Let's pick a something. Props. Let's pick a props. Okay. Available when you set tool handle rotation to global. Tool handle rotation to global. I do not know. I do not know. That must be a thing to worry about later. Yes. One thing I really do want to know is how do you get the stuff to stop moving? I find that so annoying. It's very distracting. Like this tree. Just stop. I suppose that would be a nice little quick Google search. Stop things from moving when in editor. It's saying like use freeze position and disable physics, and it's like no. I just mean I just want to stop wiggling around. I just want it to stop wiggling around. I'll have to do some further searching later. Further searching later. Not right now. What we can do right now is, what were we going to test out? We were going to test out something. What were we going to test out? I think I was going to look at the lights. Lights. Okay, so we have intensity 1, multiplier of 1, range of 10. And that is for all three of these? Okay, now where's my lighting control? Okay, green screen, wire controller, control lights. We have the cam light. Light collection, that's the entirety, that's everything. Here's the ceiling. Okay, well I'm going to make a similar script to the control lights script. So let's pop that one open right away. All right. So, where's my light collection? There, light collection. Light collection space. Oh, I just have a game object for the whole. This is just a game object. All the lights in space. Okay. I think what we're gonna do is make a simple script like this for the warehouse for now. Eventually, I want to put it on an on-screen interface, or at least something. Ooh, what'd be really cool is if I had it using like OSC data. Yes, if I had it using OSC data. So basically the same kind of things that that we can do with our model here, you know, the joint rotations and all that fun stuff. If we could, yeah, okay. So you can send and receive data, right? That's why we run around. So one of the things I would like to do is have a little slider on my touch portal. It's kind of like a Stream Deck. A bunch of little buttons I can customize. Well, the neat thing about Touch Portal is it's an app, and you can add in sliders. I think the only sliders I use right now are for, let's see, let's go find out. Oh, Winamp and teleport audio. By teleport, I mean when I'm using a different computer. So that was when I was doing the workshop streams. These are controlling the sources within OBS, which is beneath my finger here. So I could control the volume sliders. Can do the same kind of thing interacting with something in Unity. Unity behind us here. Go back to the main menu. So, that'd be nice to have the lighting control set up that way. Also, we could have it set up probably at the same time with an on-screen interface. I'd make a nice little overlay, little sliders. These are on the to-do list. Yes, tonight is. I just saw myself hop around as I leaned. I did turn on Avatar Locomotion. Let's see how that looks. Oh, I should also grab my PlayStation controller. Where is that? Oh, look, we did a little hippity hoppity. We did a little fidget. Let's go in a brighter area. Go in a brighter area, way over here. Look at that lean. We got an aggressive pose. Aggressive A pose here. Like I'm ready to start something. Hi. How's it going? Are we gonna start something? I'm totally bluffing. I have not the energy to start a darn thing. So I'm just gonna A pose menacingly. A pose menacingly at you. Yes. I'm not gonna start a darn thing because I do not have the energy to start a thing. Oh no! It ruined my A pose. I didn't even move my hands. There we go. These are also the same noises I'd make if I was Tsundere. I'd be like, Can we get out of our pose here? I haven't done a whole lot of testing with the locomotion turned on. Oh, little hop. See, I'm not sure I can even T-pose. I don't think I can T-pose because my leap motion does not have that wide of a range of motion. Right about there. Oh, we lost one hand. Okay. It's pretty good though, pretty good. Okay, there we go. Standing straight up. Standing straight up. Hello, everybody. There. Now we are back to kind mode. No trouble here. But the locomotion is funny. It's just a little hop, a little sway. I don't think it. No, it does not. Okay, I'm just checking if I would sway forward or backward. But apparently, just kind of stay put. Then a pose. Strike a pose. And hold on, I need to. Here, let's do this with hand tracking. Hand tracking and little ASMR if it picks it up. Noise canceling might not let it pick up. And ow. Someday, folks. Someday I will finish setting up the AR kit stuff. Because currently we have we put it to good use. Yes, for robot face especially. We can do mouth, right, left, right, open, which I have closed, and then cheek puff, very important. Right, cheek puff is super important. And for some reason that affects the eyebrows. I'd have to look in a mirror. Angry cheek puff. I'd have to look in a mirror for that. But the most important part is, of course, the eyebrows. As I always say. And one of these days I'll finish the AR kit stuff. But also, I need to fix the material on those eyebrows. And they got messed up in one of the times I was attempting to do this. When I was attempting to do this, they got messed up one of those times. Before I found out you can just do it as a material override. Okay. Man, that little fidget just annoys me though. That little hop right there. Lean, watch him hop. There, see, he does that little hop. It's a little jitter hop. So I guess we'll be turning locomotion off. As much as I enjoy being able to see my feet firmly planted on the ground. Oh, wait. Are we still not planted on the ground? No, we're still on our tippy toes. That must be some kind of IK issue, because we do not have that problem when we are in game mode. Okay, Mr. Lean. All right. So, what was the other thing we were gonna do besides test this? I like the pose though. It's kind of nice. Putting my weight on one leg. It's kind of nice. The lighting. Okay. So the lighting in here, I think, is strongly affected by the skybox because there's no ceiling. Well, the skybox and the point lights, which you can't see, they'd be where the ceiling, where the ceiling would be. I have 2 point lights, basically at the ends of the desk, up near the ceiling level, and then another one on the other side of the room. We're way back here somewhere. And those are the point lights that light up the office. I should definitely add a table lamp for atmosphere. Nice little table lamp. I can go with chink. Which brings me to another point. We need to add in more interactivity, so I can do things besides just grab items. That was on the to-do list. Table lamp. Can we do table lamp today? Let's do table lamp today. I think I saw one over in the other asset pack. I'll see you there. And I can say I'll see you there because... Here, let's just get this. Let's get this properly propered. This is the asset library project over in Unity 2022, because I started this huge collection before before boosting everything up to Unity 6. So the main playground is upgraded to Unity 6, and it does a lovely job. And then this asset library, or the asset dump, as I sometimes call it. Just adjusting my windows here. This is still in Unity 2022 because I wanted to make sure all the shaders would work when I'm putting stuff together. And I started this before downloading the newer version of Unity. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is go for the lamp. Oh, see, we already found some nice lamps. Let's just stick with prefabs. You know who we need? We really need to find a Lux or Lux Junior. The Lux or Lux Junior? The little Pixar lamp. I think it's Lux Junior. They do not have a Lux Junior. I mean, we got close. We got close. We'll have to stick with this little one because it almost looks like it. I would probably need to get around to modeling one. With the well, let's see what it looks like first before I start explaining everything. Oh, that's a big lamp. That is a big desk lamp. I mean, we can always change it, of course. And does it have bones or arms? Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's separated into pieces, so you can adjust it. Like, one fun thing would be to use a point hat, so it would follow you around like a security camera. That could be a fun one. So see, we can do this. Now it doesn't have the traditional desk lamp look to it that I'm looking for, which would be more of a work lamp. But that we can just model one up super quick and put it in the warehouse, the factory somewhere. Yeah, as I turn around, gotta disable that. As I turn around, I have one over at my workbench in the corner of my actual office. What we are going to do, we're going to put a very weak spotlight right there. And it's parented, so it should be pointing the exact same way. Give it a nice warm temperature, maybe 2700. Should probably just make that bigger so we can all see what we're doing. Okay, as I'm playing with the sliders. Here we go. Okay. So it's not quite lined up. It will move with the lamp. I think we just need to align it a little bit, maybe move it just a smidge. I don't know if it needs to be outside of the light itself. You know, like on this side of the light bulb. That is what experimentation is for. Okay, now where was that button I saw before? Oh, jeesh. There we go, scene lighting. give it a little bit more of an area. Well, maybe we'll change it to about, what, 36? I'd have to see what an actual light bulb would be. Just a regular... What a regular old light bulb, what the Kelvin, the color, you know, the color temperature would be. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And we are definitely going to have it cast shadows. Let's do little soft shadows. It is on a desk. Inner and outer spot. I think that means how harsh it is. You know, let's just leave it at that for now. Oh, and I did steal a monitor from a different asset pack. I think this is one of the extra low poly ones. Because it is kind of chunky. Yeah, so this one and the keyboard are from... Good question. Good question where it came from. Welcome in, Dead Sun. Welcome in, welcome in. I've got the Office ported over, more or less, into backwards. I've got it backwards. So I've got the Office mostly ported into the Asset Library project. And then we're going to take the whole scene, when we're done with it, or at least mostly done, we're going to take the whole scene, package that all up in a prefab. In Unity, it's called a prefab. So package that all up and kick it over to a whole new, fresh project over in Unity 6, so we can play with some of the new stuff. Let's do a little save here. Oh, welcome in, Shrill Duck. Okay, now the question is, did my lights finally work again? Yeah, it does a weird blinky thing when I look at it. There we go. Well, welcome in for chatting and everything. Yeah, I think it calls when I don't look at it, which is annoying. I'm not sure. It must be a must be part of the particle effect. However, it's set up. It's part of the asset pack. It's not how I have it set up. Boop. Because the spotlight itself is there, just the cartoony looking light cone isn't there. So that's kind of annoying. Yeah, you have little bugs floating around. I imported my game ready model into it, and everybody, look, that one's doing it too. We have my scrolly wheel and camera lock. Oh, I brought those scripts in earlier today. Oh, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. We're making progress. We're having a kind of a chill night tonight because my little robots brought home wonderful, gross winter colds from daycare. So we're having a nice chill night tonight. But we're making progress with our factory and an unmanaged fire next to the dumpster. Don't worry about that. We're just excited, we being me. We are very excited that we have our camera control script back into this project instead of the other project. Ta-da! In a suspicious factory. What? Let's go over to the other project. And, whoops. That is what you can expect from a Rusty Robot stream here. Welcome in. Oh, you saw the real-life robot face. Awesome. Okay, here we are at the other office. The temporary holdings in space. So this is Giant Rusty in the sky, also known as He Who T-poses over us. And we are... It worked this time. We are Rusty Robot Factory. We are, according to it, this time we are definitely human. We are definitely human this time. Yes. But yes, welcome in, Raiders. We're working on our little Unity VTubing project. Getting things all set up. I'm learning as I go. I just started Unity this year, and figuring out scripting, the animation stuff, all that fun stuff with Unity. You said you've seen the robot here before. Let me just show you a fake picture. Where's just chatting stream here behind us. You can tell it's a fake picture. Let me step out of the way because I am also here multiple times. But yes, on streams when definitely human on streams when we are when the robot joins us, he is also controlled by the VTubing software, just like I am. So we got some motion capture coming in. Ooh, I can do the lean. Hi. We've got some motion capture coming in, so we can do all the fun VTuber stuff. We're gonna snooze that. Come on, OBS. You're supposed to know these things. Anyways, hi. Let's see. Where was I? Robot. Yes, he's gonna be getting some upgrades soon, especially since he kind of. Last time we had him on, the servo that makes his eye go up and down. It stripped out because he decided he wanted to roll his eye back into his head. Well, no, down. He was looking down that time. Went way past the safeties, and lots of grinding. It was servo grinding ASMR. It was a good time. It was a really good time. But yes, welcome in. Thank you for bringing folks by to see. Let's go back to, here we go. There we go. Oh, I did discover that since I was playing with the locomotion settings. Come on, in VC face. Come on. Oh, you're not gonna do it now? You're shy. There, we do a little hop. There, we do a little hippity hop. And if you don't do anything, we A-pose menacingly. Look at that. Look at this. This is some menacingly menacing A-posing here. I don't quite know why. Here we go. There we go. There. Now everything is fine. Everything is fine. Yes. Oh, Rusty is cool. Oh, thank you. Why it says maximum stability? It is. It really is. I mean, do you really need maximum stability when you're T-posing in the sky? That's the real question. He who watches over us. I should really model roller skates for Rusty here for when I'm not when I'm not walking properly. Here. Can you pose here? There we go. My leap motion won't let me T-pose. There, hold on. I'm gonna swim instead. I'm gonna swim. This is about as far as I can get for T-posing. It almost looks like it. But yes,
Welcome in.
So, you brought everybody by for the robot. When did you see the robot? Were you here for one of the workshop-y streams, or one of the times we were playing games? I do miss having him, having the robot with me when I'm playing some games, so we can dual stream with the robot in the corner, and then I usually hang from the ceiling, something like, "Hey, the shortcut works. All right." Hang up there. There we go. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. Hold on. There we go. You know what? I didn't get our Discord. I'm gonna advertise for our Discord. The wonderful Dead Sun here, who is in chat, was kind enough to carve out a little space of his Discord for myself and also Fruitsy Collins. We all do interactive VTuber stuff, but we all do it in slightly different ways. So it's neat seeing just kind of the differences. how we approach this whole puppet show in slightly different ways, especially since we're not quite a cute little anime characters. Which I should really make another model. Let's see. I should make another model that is in fact an anime character. Is that the Discord? That should be the Discord. We are gonna pin that message forever. There we go. So yeah, so stop on by. See some of the fun stuff we've all been up to. There. Hi, Discord. You're here for one of the workshops. Okay, so that might be the let's see. I think I did an workshop streams back in December. Then I had my anniversary stream, but that was not in the workshop. We're gonna snooze this ad one more time. All right, we're gonna use one of our free passes here. Yeah, the workshop streams, those were fun. I need to do more of those. Just gotta find a day that works. And yeah, but get the robot working. I don't think it'd be too exciting to do the upgrades, the upgrades, the repair I'm gonna be doing. Hopefully soon. Hopefully real soon here. I need to repair that eye servo. And then I'm gonna do some experiments with the eyebrows to see how I like that. I was going to do a little bit of robot programming a stream or two ago, probably last week. For some reason, Visual Studio decided not to cooperate on the robot's computer because he has his own it's old. It is an old desktop computer. And for some reason, Visual Studio decided to not be there. But we'll get that sorted. Even if I have to move the files over on a little thumb drive manually, because I want him to be on his own closed network. So he's not messing with everything here. Alright. Oh, Shrill Duck, you got your VTuber done. The beta build. Get it to a point where you can play with it, run around, test it out. That is definitely the way to do it. I still have mine set up in a non-optimized mess. If I was still in the other project, I could show you how some of my features are not modeled super great. In fact, let's see if it's in VSeeFace here. It shows up when I'm in. Oh wait, you might see a little flash. There's one. There you go. One triangle that is weighted to. There it is. It's weighted to one of my fingertips for some reason. Just the weight painting got a little shuffled. So, just get it working first, and then narrow down. Figure out what you want to add, how you like it, what needs fixing. And just keep adding stuff. It's a great time. Oh yes, that is welcome in, Livid Soda. Awesome screen name there. You don't want to have your robot to be hacked and eat you. Also, let's see which one. I'm going to be moving him to a different computer, but I don't want updates on that computer, so it's not connected to the internet. I don't want it to be annoyingly, pestered by Windows Update or some. I don't know if there's a whole lot on that computer, but sometimes sometimes you just get too many updates and it messes up stuff. Like right before stream, I do a little audio check, and just to make sure I have my stuff in the right spot. And it's like the music's here, but I'm not here. Why is my voice not here? So I unplugged and plugged the microphone back in on the computer and tested some stuff out. I had to shut down VCFace, then shut down OBS, open OBS back up, then open VCFace up. For some reason, and this hasn't happened before, VCFace took priority for the microphone. Yeah. But no, it's interesting. Interesting about having the robot on their own network. There we go. One of my ideas I was toying with, and I've spoken with Dead Son about this, of how cool it would be to have it telepresence. Like go to a convention and just have it tool around and just, run around in remote control. Except, since it's motion control, I'd be able to interact with people instead of being just on the screen. Since I have a physical robot, the robot could be, interacting. You'd have to be, would definitely need to beef up the robot a little bit. Definitely need to. The frame, at least. Right now, he's more stable than he used to be. He's definitely more stable than he used to be, because I reinforced last fall, before the workshop streams, I reinforced his spine effectively, what allows him to rotate back and forth. So he's not quite as wobbly because he is, spoiler, he is bolted down to an office chair. What you can't see behind the shadows here is the office chair he's bolted down to, and where the sweatshirt is draped over. It's a little behind the scenes. Okay, we're still getting some odd lighting issues. Some of that is definitely courtesy of Unity. Like, look at that. That would be, I think, either a reflection or light probe. Probably maybe a reflection probe. There's a sphere hiding over here somewhere. Ad break. So sorry if you were wanting to listen to that story, but yeah, there is a sphere of influence right back here, but you wouldn't think that it would move like that. So I have to track that one down. I did take out all of the light maps and reset them because the lighting was giving me huge issues here. So I was like, hey, why don't I just disable it? Oh no. Shrilduck says, last night PC went blue screen. You had to unplug each USB port. I have not an anecdote, but a little something to go along with that. I built this PC last year. Well, not. In summer of 23, so just over a year and a half ago. Brand new. My previous computer lasted me 12 years, so I figured it was time. It was time to spring for a new one. Yeah, brand new motherboard, oversized power supply, in case I wanted to upgrade graphics cards later. However, this motherboard, and I'm assuming it's a motherboard because that's basically what I tracked it down to. I think it sucks for two things: the Bluetooth power, and the USB power, or I have too many power-hungry USB devices on it. But the Bluetooth for sure, it's pretty annoying. Like I have the headphones that I started streaming with were wireless Bluetooth headphones, and I have to be within just like 3 feet of the tower. Whereas I use those same headphones on the workshop stream, or one of the workshop streams, and I could be 30 feet away and they work just fine. So that's annoying. I don't think there's, and it's not running, we're not running Wi-Fi on my desktop, so it's no interference with that. But yeah, no, I think I definitely have power hungry USB devices. I have it unplugged right now. I think if I have my webcam plugged in and the USB mic, it's a Yeti. Let's see what else is back there. And there's like 3 more devices plugged in. If I have those all plugged in and an external hard drive, it's just like one device too many, and it starts making the Windows disconnect sounds. I have, well, it's not the CPU that would be the problem with that. It would be the motherboard. I have an MSI something. It's like the mid-range, the mid-range motherboard. It's like a Z850 wireless or something like that. Look at that shadow. Look at that. That is an interesting shadow. It does the same thing in our other project when I try doing finger puppets or hand puppets by shining the flashlight through it. I wonder what that's about. Something with the topology or the way the model's hooked up. I did want to check out a few things I added. Some ambience and the void. But my CPU, to answer your separate question, I do have an Intel. It is a 13700K, and I hit the silicon jackpot, and I have not had any issues with overheating or it spazzing out. So I definitely lucked out that way. Is there a second story? I'm checking out some rubble. Nice little rubble house. I was thinking about using this just straight out of the box as a part of the destroyed offices. And then putting like vegetation over it and such. Yeah, that was interesting. I think one of the things I am going to do is, is fall. One of the things I am going to do is get a powered USB hub. That way I can have more fun random devices plugged in. Picked up a foot pedal. Picked it up at a garage sale this summer for like $2 or $3, and I finally found the drivers for it. And it works. It's really noisy. I don't have it plugged in right now, but listen to this. Yeah, but it does work. It has 3 buttons. Turns out it is for stenography or typing. So what you can do is map macros to it, or like phrases, like strings or phrases you can map to it. So something you type out all the time, you can do that, or like a command, like I don't know, like tab, the tab key. So if you're typing a lot, doing a lot of data entry, you can just train yourself to use that. So that's pretty cool. And I did try it out. Unfortunately, on my first trying, it was I was confused why it wasn't working. I thought it was incompatible with what I wanted to do. No, it turns out you can only have 3 keys as a shortcut key. And my VTuber expressions are 4. Just so I don't have it interfere with anything when I'm running software. Like, for instance, if I want to switch, well, let's just say, do the color swap here. That's like Control Alt Shift F8 or something like that. So it doesn't interfere with any shortcuts I would be using in whatever software. Unity or Maya or a game even. So it's funny. So either I have to pare down the number of keys for the shortcuts, or just figure something else out. But I'm thinking about using it for kind of like extensions. So right now, whenever I move the mouse, whenever I'm in here and I move the mouse, it moves the view around. Makes sense. It's a third-person camera. I can lock that. See, now I'm here. Now we see my cursor moving around. So I can lock it and still move my character around. But then I have to press a key to unlock it. So I'm probably going to map that to one of the foot pedals. It's just little sneaky things like that that'll make my VTubing easier. Oh, but one of the things is I was very happy when I was able to just drop my script, my scrolly script right in. I don't have all of the fancy lens effects hooked up. My post-processing. There we go. Now we're sort of in the light. I don't have all the post-processing hooked up, but just enough. After I get this all imported into its own project, I am very much looking forward to adding on-screen interface for myself, a little overlay. I'm assuming I can hide it from you all when I do the application capture, the window capture for this. Come on, go to the window. There we go. Hello. I'm assuming I can hide my overlay, so I'd be able to have all my controls for like adjusting the lighting and little sliders for this and that, shortcut keys, and be right on the screen somewhere. Over there, up there, over there. Okay, I just caught what you typed in there. CPU starts disconnecting. You got 25 to 35 USBs plugged in. When you get 8, how many things do I have plugged in? I don't think I have that many things plugged in. Oh, look there's our little spotlight we just added, our little desk lamp. So apparently it does shine through, which is interesting. That is an interesting observation here. Okay, so this little desk lamp we just added. It's this guy right here. I put a spotlight. The spotlight is way back here. However, there's geometry in the way. But it's probably single-sided geometry. So the light's able to shine right through it. That'd be my guess. Because otherwise, the light bulb itself should be blocking the spotlight. Yeah, you like the tube monitor I finally found in one of the asset packs? I don't know which asset pack I was missing, but because I searched before, I was like, how can they not have a CRT in here? But they do have a CRT. I'm still gonna bring in mine. I'm still gonna bring in mine that I just modeled, but it's gonna look a lot like that one. It's gonna look a lot like that one, and that's okay. Oh, and I definitely need to change the screensaver over here from ye old Facebook to Windows pipes. But that will be a later problem. Okay, the office is looking good. The office is looking good so far. We have a lot more space than we used to. It's about the same width, but more length, because I wanted it to line up with where the door was, I think. It'll give us more room for stuff. For instance, in this corner, I want a stack of CRTs, TVs and monitors and stuff. I want a big stack of them there, so I can go all Serial Experiments Lane or There was one episode of Cowboy Bebop where they had a whole bunch of TVs. It was like brainwashing TVs. They were all stacked up in a huge warehouse. Yeah, I want that in the corner. And then, now that we're living in this, we're able to walk around with our own character here. I need to decide how I want to dismantle the factory. How I want to make it look old and falling apart, like abandoned. So the only intact part of the office is going to be this part. As soon as you turn around, you're going to start to see the decay. Where everything's, falling apart. Because that's lore accurate. The lore accurate factory. I gotta say though, this window is one of my favorite spots now. Oh my gosh. There's like an album cover right there. Hold on, can we... Nope, I don't have it set right. Oh man. Okay, we're doing that is my new profile picture. Bam! Nice. But yes. So another thing I need to add to the overlay. There we go. Another thing I need to add to the overlay. Let's take one more screenshot. This is one of the cool things about VTubing. You've got built-in motion capture. I mean, he's not motion capture right now, but you've got built-in motion capture, and you can just do stuff like this. Bam! It's all set up. It's live rendering. We don't have to, ye olden days when, I'd be like, okay, I got everything set up just right. You do a little tiny, 120 by 80 pixel, play blast or something to make sure that the physics are working right in, horrible flat shaded mode. And then you say, okay, render out the frames, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Especially since we're we're in 1080p. I mean, it's scaled. If you look up there, the viewing window here is scaled. Yeah, look, we got a little camera shake. We got some dust motes floating around. We have a tree wiggling. Can't figure out how to make it stop wiggling, so I gotta look into that. But yeah, everything frame by frame. The olden days. I would have loved to have motion capture when I was studying animation back in the early aughts. Motion capture would have been amazing. Boom, done. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's crazy how far things have come in. I mean, really. Well, now it's been quite a while, right? It's 2025. And if you think back 25 years before the year 2000, or even 20 years ago, so 2005. I think 20 years before that is 1985. Technology made leaps and bounds over both of those 20 years. So it's interesting to see, to think about where we're going to be 20 years from now. I mean, 20 years from now, I should find that chart of, there's a chart someone made of movies or TV shows, so media, of when it was created and when it was, allegedly takes place. Not allegedly, when it takes place in its own universe. And let's see, we have passed by a number of those things, but when is Blade Runner? Blade Runner has to be coming up pretty soon. When does Blade Runner take place? Oops. Did I miss that anniversary? No, I remember watching it. So the first Blade Runner movie takes place in 2019. And the movie was created in 1982. I forget the newer Blade Runner and when that took place. It's right in the title. That's the sad part. Oh, and we didn't drop frames that time. We went to Chrome, so that's handy. Just think you moved an arm an inch, wait 10 hours, then move an arm another inch. Well, see, that would be like stop motion animation. Whereas keyframe animation, or yeah, it'd be keyframe animation. It would be you set it all up, and then you wait. I mean, we can do keyframe animation and then import it into here. I mean, that's how you get things like the jump. Yeah, it could have been motion captured. It doesn't look like. Who knows? It could have been motion captured and then cleaned up. But no, I don't have my VTubing set up in this project yet, in the asset project. I was purposely keeping those things separate, but I really wanted to see what Rusty looked like in this universe, in this world. There is something. I wonder if it's the material itself. Okay, so look through the doorway. Okay, you see those little stripes, those vertical pinstripes? And now they go away. I wonder if the material for the walls is too metallic. And like the reflections are hitting it when it gets to a certain radius out or something. I don't think the walls have LOD. I know the trees do, but I don't think the walls do. Let's check. Let's check though. Oops. Let's go back to here. Yeah, I know the trees have LOD. Oh, see, they're doing it right here. It is. What are these reflection probes? Okay, the reflection probes. And why do I have so many of them? And I wonder if they're interfering with each other. I wonder if they're interfering with each other. Okay, what do we got? We got that one down by there. And then we got. You know what? Let's just hide that one for now. And we'll see if it does. Oh, I might need to rebake them. Hold on. Reflection probe bake. There we go. It's been updated. You can't quite see it there, but. Ooh, the water should look nice. There's a puddle over here somewhere. That puddle should look nice now. Yes. So the LOD settings. And we can set them up here too. In Unity. Let's see. I have shadow LOD turned on. It's probably lighting also. In this project they're not configured super well because again, this is my asset building project that I will package up someday. I just didn't want to have thousands and thousands of assets. You can see them right here in this little folder view. Thousands and thousands of assets in my main project, kind of cluttering up stuff. So yeah, it'll help narrow things down and help me troubleshoot things when they do go wrong. If I have only the stuff I'm using. No, it still does it. It still does it. It shouldn't be a light probe either because I think I removed all the light probes. because I ditched the baked lighting and just went to real time. This isn't a big enough project, fancy enough project that I felt I needed to bake in the lighting to everything. But that is an annoying feature. Yep, there it goes. I'll track that down. I'll track it down sometime. Oh, we were gonna look at the reflections. Where do we have some reflections here? Oh, not much. Yeah, not much for reflections. We have our floating ashtray that I'm just tempted to leave in. And there should be a floating dollar bill here somewhere too, like a wad of cash. There it is. Because I didn't delete everything. There we go. Look at us. We are standing on a wad of cash. I'm really tempted to just leave some of these in as Easter eggs. Oh no, I scrolled out of text. There we go. But yes, for level of detail, the trees and some of the other vegetation is set up for that because they set it up for that. But no, what we're seeing with the ribbed steel is definitely probably some kind of light culling issue. And I was messing with the lighting settings earlier. Yeah, and it's sphere based, definitely attached to us or the camera. It is attached to the camera. Look at it. See, move around. Okay, there we go. We are light culling in the camera. See, just needed to chat with you guys. Just needed to chat with y'all. Window. Let's go to the camera itself. We don't have the setup as a physical camera? Shame on us. Okay. There we go. Now it'll look nicer. Now it'll look much nicer. That could be why some of my depth of field stuff is not working. Oh, and now it definitely won't work because now that I made it a physical camera, in quotes. So it has some of the settings that we can mess with, just like a real camera, theoretically. Yeah, just put it at like 3.5 should be plenty. So theoretically, because I cannot mess with, where was I trying to mess with? Oh, the focal length. Because I have this this camera attached to a script. So basically, I just fixed my script, the part that wasn't quite working. So we should be able to get some nice depth of field settings now. Okay, but where? Okay, it's the right kind of camera. So somewhere there are some culling settings, some light or reflection culling. Here's occlusion culling. Should we see if that does it? We do have post-processing turned on. Okay, let's see if that did something. No, that definitely wasn't it. Oh, there. Now you can see all the little numbers changing. Like when I go like this. Technically, we are not changing the focal length, though. That's an annoying thing I discovered. You're changing the field of view, which is almost the focal length. Oh, and you can't see it, but behind me, right here, there's a little preview because I have the camera selected. I have the camera selected in the editor interface. But no, I am definitely, there we go. Now you can see the lovely depth of field going on right there. No, I'm definitely pleased with how it's turning out so far. I just need to add in more props, make it more of a factory instead of a warehouse. More decay. You got some rubble. I need to destroy some windows. Add more vegetation. Knock out some walls. I think I'm gonna import the vegetation. Like, I'll make it myself in different software and import the vegetation. That way I can have it do what exactly how I want it to. I can draw ivy and vines climbing up the walls and yeah. No, this is coming along nicely. Just need more rubble, more junk, and then something. Ooh, oh, we are too tall. And then something outside, so that we're not staring off at the void unless I want us to. So we need we need to add something. I don't know. Right there. So we'll probably just have we'll be in a little hollow, little canyon. Well, and then honestly, more debris, junky machines, and then I think we'll be good to go. Definitely more dumpsters. Maybe more floating signs. Looks like I didn't delete everything. Yeah, a floating caution sign here. And the caution sign does have collisions on it, funny enough. Not sure why you need a collision set on a caution sign, but yep, no, we're doing great. Random dragon skull because dragons is cool. Okay, let's go back up to the office and we're gonna play with some light settings. I need to add in a light control script here. Yeah, now here's what the warehouse. Until it's a factory, it's gonna be. I'm just gonna call it the warehouse. So here's what it looks like so far. Most of it's stock, but little things here and there. We're working on little things here and there. Okay, let's add in some lighting controls because that helps me visualize how I want everything to be laid out. A little bit more. Oh, I do have more reflection probes. Where's this one hiding? In the office. Oh, there we go. We do have to update it. We do have to update them from time to time. Oh, but like Shrilduck here. If you're still here, here's how we do here's how they do the level of detail in Unity here. So if we're further away, oh, and there previews it. That's so cool. I didn't notice that before. It previews it. So see, there it reduced the. This one has 2 levels of detail: near, far, near, far. Level of detailed bias is 2.0. Distances are adjusted accordingly. Okay. But yes, so yes, 1 mesh versus 3 submeshes. I would assume it stops the animation from distance too. I would assume. But yeah, it's pretty cool that it tells you where they are. And you can, if you want, you can like crossfade or different things. I guess this would just click into place. See, it's so far away that I can't even see. I am never going to be that far away from it. Okay, so lighting. We're going to set this up similar to our other project, because this is a test. And eventually, like I said, we'll be switching it over to all the controls over to yeah, we'll be switching all the controls over to an overlay. Ideally that I can see and be just out of view for all you guys. Okay, let's get some scripting. Where's my Visual Studio? Okay, here's my control lights. Everything is in debugging mode. Just a warning. If it looks like it's kind of janky or clunky, it is. It definitely is. Yeah, and I'm actually a software dev, my day job, so yeah, this code wouldn't be okay. This code's not so bad, but some of my code it's needs a little cleaning up, Okay. Oh, and I'm doing my cardinal sin. I'm trying to code late at night. Oh boy. So looking through this, I think we're going to set it up so I can code it off stream. So one of the cool things that you can do is, so instead of importing all the lights manually, what I'm going to do is select the lights I want. Let's see, let's go find our lighting. This is why. So much stuff already in here. Okay, there we go. Lights in the warehouse. Right there. Also, let's make the roof invisible so we can see said lights. Ooh, this looks nice with the lighting actually turned on. So we can go like this. Now it's all flat. But this shows you how it looks. That's pretty nice. It's almost game ready right there. I just need a little Rusty running around in isometric overhead view, just being a menace, messing things up, kicking over chairs. Okay, but we were looking for our lighting. Here we go. Lights in the warehouse. And here are the spots. I do have them set up already. Okay. You know what? There we go. This is how I have my other project set up anyways. I just swapped my asset window, the project, and then the hierarchy over there. Okay, so here are all the spotlights that are inside the warehouse. And it does it in real time. That is so handy. Wonderful, wonderful. So what I will be doing off stream is essentially adding code. So this is a game object where it says warehouse spots right here. Think of it like a group. Well, I am using it like a group. You can do all sorts of stuff. You can add all sorts of components and such. Now what I'm going to do is in my script, I'm going to grab this group, this game object, and then the lighting control is going to, whenever there's a change in the slider, so the brightness slider, it's going to cycle through all of the child objects, which in this case are spotlights, and it's going to set the intensity, the lighting intensity of each one. So the beauty of that is I can take that script and drop it onto any group of lighting. Because that's the smart way to do it. Instead of dragging each light into it, which instead of dragging each light into the script, or well, connected to the script. Yeah. And here I'm doing it kind of I can do it the same way, but I don't have it set up the right way. Let's go find this script. There we go. So this was version 1 of the script. Right here, you can see my lighting collection for space, the space station. So what I have here is I just have it enabled or disabled. Here we go. Oh, come on. There we go. So here, I'm just toggling it on and off with this code. You know, if it's already on, turn it off. These are debugging. These are for debugging. It sets it to different intensities or colors. Oh, or intensities and colors. There we go. See? We were testing stuff out. But what we're doing right here we have a camera that pops up in front of our face. It lights us. Like in case if I'm in a dark area, and for cinematic purposes, I want just a little bit more light on my face for filming, so I can interact with y'all. We can move a little slider around. And that's what this is. And you set the intensity to the slider value. And then this says, hey, if that's different than the last time around, which is every frame in this case, it updates every frame. So it says, hey, is this different than the last frame? Okay. Change the actual light's intensity to where it's supposed to be. Because it does it on every update. And in Unity, that's every frame. We have our project capped at 60 FPS because I don't need to go higher than that. So, just for fun, do I have the light on? I do not. Okay, so there. That's that light I was just talking about. Ta-da! See? And of course, eventually I do want this to be a control that's not in the editor. I want it to be on the screen so I can play with it without having to be in editor mode here. And then there. This is the turning the lights on and off. Oh, in fact, you can see in the side view over there. Click, 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 click. another thing I'm looking forward to is we are going to keep the space. We are going to keep the space scene, you know, the whole space station, which you can see vaguely in the background there, where I'm turning the lights on and off. We are going to keep the space station, but I will be optimizing my code so we will load it in when we go to it, instead of bogging down our system like we are right now. I mean, we're not really bogging it down, but it's very unoptimized and does tend to crash if I have more bells and whistles enabled. So there is that. If I have more bells and whistles enabled, there's issues with the GPU and the RecDex. Some of my code I'm using some of my plugins are deprecated. And I don't know how to update them because who knows how they work. Let's see what else. But yes, we will be loading and unloading scenes like we should be anyways. The little optimizations. Okay. So yes, we will do... Nope. There we go. We will write this script off screen, or off camera. Because I'm going to have to look up. I have a tutorial saved. YouTube. Oh my gosh. Great for... you wanna find out just the right thing that you're messing up? Type it all in and do a search. If you put the right combination of search terms, including your version of Unity, like what camera system or what render pipeline you're using, what you're trying to do, you will probably find what you're looking for. But I do have a tutorial saved somewhere in my playlist of how to access the child objects of a game object, which saves on coding, because you don't have to have everything hard coded. You know, light 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc. You can just say, grab all the lights that are part of this, or any kind of collection, like a collection of hats or weapons or something like that. That's what I was gonna do. That was one of the other things I was gonna do. Checking my notepad. And I don't know how much more talking I'll be able to do tonight. The lovely ick that my little toddlers brought home from daycare. Fought it off for as long as I could. But man. There we go. Just for fun. We're going to add in some more. We're not going to make everything interactable. Well, at least interactable with physics. We'll make a lot of things, like miscellaneous boxes laying around. All the chairs. You got to be able to knock your chairs around. All that kind of fun stuff. Oh, that's interesting. Something I didn't notice before. The icons. Yeah, the icons for the lights are the color of the light. So I have some spotlights that are yellow. Point lights are pretty much all the same color. But like the bug light over here is yellow because it shines on yellow. There we go. Cough drop time. You know, while I'm here, I say that a lot because I am here. And while I'm here, let's take a look at the this special effect. I do not know what it is called. There we go. Light ray cube. Oh, that's kind of neat. They have a whole thing built into this for making these light rays. Here we go. Ta-da! Dynamic occlusion. I think we just need to turn this off. And it'll stop disappearing when you're not looking at it. So let's try that with this light. That is neat. So they basically have it set up as a spotlight, but it's geometry. It's animatable. Call update transforms. Oh no, I definitely have the ick. Okay, so dynamic occlusion is not what we're looking for. Oh, darn, I lost it. Cube? There we go, light ray cube. Haha. Found you this time. Spotlight 1. That's what it's called. Okay, so Spotlight 1. It's prefab, but it has an animator to it. I think that's so it can flicker. I think it's so it can flicker. Well, this is neat. So you can move it around. Well, that part you should be able to move around anyways. Here we go. Ta-da! Look at that. And you can manipulate it that way. That is a neat way of doing that. It gives you a visible light source, or not source, visible light. I'll have to keep that in mind. I do want to use that in other spots too. But the problem we were having is we don't want it to be called. So dynamic occlusion, that's not it. Always animate. We'll leave that on and see if that makes a difference. Nope, that did not make a difference. Well, these changes I make here won't make a difference either. Well, let's see. So something about that shape. Or it could be built into the material itself. That'd be a bummer. Okay, we won't worry about that right now, but we know where it is. Outside lights, because I separated them. They were not separated when I loaded this asset level. Okay, where are these guys? Oh, those are the lights I'm looking for. This one. This one, and this one. 8, 9, 10. So make another group. Wait, light 28. Who are you? I guess we need light over there too. So I left this this secondary warehouse. I left it open, or I left it in the level because it's sunken. And the idea is, I'll repurpose this space. I'm not gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna repurpose this space, and there's a door over here that will probably lead to that part. Building 2 or something like that. Yeah, because this is going to be a factory complex. It's going to be the office building. Yeah. Various blocking our face tracking camera. Can we do that? There we go. Wait, there we go. There we go. But anyways, yeah, it's just going to be like an office building, a couple different factory buildings. Maybe the warehouse will just be a warehouse for now. Lots of rubble. Some of the buildings will not be accessible anymore. We're going to kind of build that into it. I am tempted. I am very tempted to just make this a small playable game at some point. And get things ironed out. We'd be able to play as maybe not Rusty, but someone who encounters Rusty, discovers Rusty. Figure out the mystery of what happened back in the 80s when this was a operational facility. We've got to do some writing first, though. We gotta make it worth the time. Make it worth all your time for anyone who's actually going to play it. Well, I was going to test the camera setting, or the sun. Okay. So right now we have no problems with the sun because there's no roof. There's no ceiling. Okay, let's see. Ugh, glad this isn't full screen. This is a jittery camera today. Wow. I didn't import all my scripts, mind you. Okay. We have the office lights now, so we'll be able to control those all as one, too, for dimming, hitting this switch, making things interactable. Okay, we gotta turn the ceiling back on. The roof. There we go. Turn the roof back on. And now, let's go find our sunshine. Because I don't think we have the sunshine set up quite how I want it to be. I've seen people showing off cool settings, cool scenery and renders, and they have sun. Yeah, somebody must have made an asset for it, maybe. It's more of a. I used to call it physical sun and sky. So essentially, mimicking the sun instead of just being a directional light. This, I believe, is just a directional light because there's nothing in here that says anything about azimuth or, cutting through the atmosphere. my sun terminology comes from Maya, old Maya, using mental ray, using physical sun and sky. So when you have high noon, the sun is straight up in the air. It has a different quality of light and shadow than when the sun is at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's different color temperature. It's a different factors. And also you can see it. It would be a disc in the sky in the game engine. So I might add that to the look up a tutorial list. Okay, so where are we? So what we do have an approximation of a sun, which I'm sure in most cases, including my own, this is good enough. See? So we can control how it affects the scene here. And it's even more impressive when you turn off the interior lights. Which are office lights. Oh, and our little spotlight is still lit. That is great. It's the little things. It really is. The little things that bring me happiness. There we go. So, oh yeah, this definitely is not a physical based sun. This is just a big directional light because you can see it on the ceiling. If this were set up in quotes, properly as I remember it, which might not be as it actually was. If this were set up that way, then when you put it upside down, that should be the moon. So the light should be a cool color with blue tint to it, as if it was nighttime. So I'll have to add that. Physical sun. There we go. Because I would really like to be able to control the lighting. Well, in this case, either by like a time of day or just rotation slider. I can do that right now with the rotation slider, and honestly, that would be good enough. A simple script would take care of some of the things that I was referring to. For instance, I wouldn't put it upside down, but I would have like a time of day. Yes, that's what I would do. I would have it set to time of day. I should ask Deadson how he has his set up for his castle. The time of day, and then you adjust the temperature. See, this would be nighttime. Ooh, whoa. And this would be molten lava. But this would be, like a nice warm sunset. I don't know how well you can see it over here. I need the controls up. But there we go. See, so this would be a nice sunset coming through. Whereas this would be more moonlight, that blue tint. And these are all exposed, so it means you can access them from code. Physical sun ? Tutorial or make it myself? There, tutorial or DIY? Okay. We might not last too much longer tonight. I'm starting to feel it. Yep, that looks about as much as we're going to get out of that. Unless... No. Let's see what they got for lights. For lighting script. Oh, just probes. I'm sure there's something on the asset store that would make it super easy. But, then I have to decide. Do I want it super easy and ready to go? Or do I want to tear it apart myself? All right. Okay, let's see what else we got. What do we have on the to-do list here? See if we can knock out one more little thing here. You know what? That might be it for tonight. We're running low on steam. I can tell. We being me. Y'all have been wonderful. I think we are going to save our work, for one thing. Where am I? Oh, there I am. There I am. There's too much garbage in the way of the starting... the starting bit. You know what we're gonna do? There. I'm gonna change the camera view just a little bit. Okay. We're gonna save. And let's see. Let's see who's out and about. Oh, did we run out of music? See, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Let's get a little bit more music, and then we're gonna go find a raid target. Let's say Digital Apocalypse sounds like a fantastic track to wrap things up. In fact, let's find a good cozy spot here. Find a good cozy spot. I've got the perfect spot. The perfect spot. Am I saying cozy? There we go. It's a good spot. Oh, some more assets. I forgot I imported a bunch of camera assets. So I can package them up later. Move them around. So my gremlin will finally have a camera to work with in the other project. All right. Lock that camera. Good spot. And let's go find someone. Let's go find someone. You know what? Let's go pester a boom. There we go. Look at that username. That's how you know they are extra powerful. They are doing some Unreal Engine development. Crazy fun stuff. Yeah, usually some pretty off-the-wall kind of things too. Oh, there we go. Pretty off-the-wall kind of thing. Not sure what they're working on tonight. Cooking spaghetti to become powerful VTuber. Fun stuff. So even though we use different engines, sometimes it gleans stuff. It's like, oh hey, that's a good way of going about this or that. Either way, we have a raid message. Hey, we do. Okay, there we go. So you can copy and paste that. Or, let's see. I'm gonna do Rusty Raid. Copy that. And we are gonna go say hi to Boom. So, I'll be streaming again on Wednesday night. Fingers crossed. Not sure yet, either gaming or art. So, we'll see you then. All right. Y'all take care, and off we go.